Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft2 Legacy of the Void. It's going to be a ZVP here on Parasite, the latter edition between soO and Zest from the IEM Katowice qualifiers that were held earlier this month. Bottom right-hand corner is going to be the pink Protoss player, Zest. Many people's favorite Protoss player. Currently, in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent, the blue Zerg player. It is soO. Many people's favorite Zerg player. These two are Korean heavyweights in the world of StarCraft2. I have no idea who's going to win this. I just feel like they're pretty darn evenly matched. But even if you're not evenly matched, anybody can win a game of StarCraft once, right? Right. I feel like I could win against Zest with a well-executed Baneling bust. Well, okay, so Protoss scouts with their worker so they would see the Baneling nest and prepare for it, but I don't know. I still kind of like my chances. I still kind of like them. That's all. All right, hatch first out of soO. Extractor on 17 supply. Spawning pool on 17 supply. There we go. 17, 17, 17 all the way down. Turtles all the way down here too. We have a gateway at the front. Gateway expand from Zest, really standard stuff. I do like the pink. We don't see pink enough in these games. And because this is just a qualifying match, this isn't like the biggie we're casting this live. It's not red versus blue, where we have fewer concerns for colorblind people who might be watching. I mean, I really understand, you guys. Color is really important. I was playing Warcraft 2 the other day on my Twitch stream at twitch.tv/FalconPaladin, and I was like, what? One of the enemies that I was playing against with the AI it was a like gray color, and it just did not stick out at all on the groundscape, on the landscape of the map where there was a ton of gray stuff and black stuff. And even though I discovered these buildings already, I couldn't see them on the minimap because they blended in so well with what was going on around it. So like I can understand the problems that come with being colorblind or having color issues and trying to see stuff. I get it. I'm with you there. Guess what? It's a Stargate opening from Zest. Surprise! Grand surprise on that one. Just because it allows you to deal with this Overlord. It allows you to deal with like Roach Ravager all-ins. It allows you to deal with Ling attacks. Getting that Oracle out is really nice, and an offensive capability as well. It just lets you do many, many things as Protoss that you can't do much if you open up Twilight Council or if you open up Robotics Facility. Just the options aren't necessarily there. Third hatch on the way from soO. He's no two-base shenanigans here today. Definitely not. Creep spread happening. We have our first Adept showing up at the front door too. Creep Tumor needs to finish or the Adept will kill it. And does finish there. No problem whatsoever. Queen wanted getting some early shots off, but look at this actual great positioning. Not taking any shots at all. The scan comes up. The shade comes up and sees. Do you see that? I mean,
I have met the enemy.
I guess. Fair enough. Did end up seeing that there's not a lair there. So lair timing has been scouted. Checks the saturation in the natural. Looks pretty hefty there too. So really Zest should not be expecting any kind of a crazy early attack whatsoever. Unlike if he was playing against me, for example, who would be going for a Baneling bust right now. And in that case, he'd throw up additional walls. He would make sure he had some shield batteries back here, and maybe another wall of pylons. I would not succeed with that at all, but that's okay. Overlord down. Flaming wreckage from that Overlord because it's a mech Overlord, which is it's the only mech skin that we have right now. The Queen, no, the Queen's mechy too. Never mind. And the drones are as well. So it's fairly mech skin, but it's not simulant skin, which is pretty close. As it turns out, pretty darn close to being simulant. It's very confusing sometimes if you're just trying to watch this stuff. Anyway, we're moving out with our traditional Phoenix Oracle play. Gonna try to see if we can lift and kill a queen, but there are 3 queens here? No way, man. You can lift all you want, but there are still 2 queens stabbing at your face. You get out of here, Oracle buddy. We have an Oracle name as well, by the way. This Oracle's name is, military blogger. Hey, this is the Video Soldier, your #1 blogger for all things military. Today I was given exclusive access to test out real military hardware by Emperor Mengsk himself. This jetpack is so cool. Even these holographic Zerglings look real. I think he meant that to be a Reaper name, possibly. Joseph, you might have messed up on that one, buddy. It's definitely labeled as an Oracle name, but I think you meant that to be a Reaper name. Regardless, this is military blogger now, because you labeled it as an Oracle name. So military blogger is, there's really nowhere to go. He's got 1 kill, which is nice, I suppose. Zerglings cruising across the map. Zest is working on the Phoenix play. All right, so the mass Phoenix opening is an interesting one. Because you're going to see a lot of drones die, right? This is a good way to kill a lot of drones, but I've just never seen a Zerg player at a high level be that worried about it. Right? They lose the drones, they replace the drones. They push out with a ton of roaches, which the Phoenix are terrible at dealing with. And this is a pretty good defensive setup here with a couple Zealots and a couple Adepts. The Adepts are training it pretty well here. Zealot got a ton of kills before he went down there too. This is not enough Lings to do this, is it, soO? No. Well, actually, you know what? It totally is enough to do this. Look at this. More Adepts have to come in to try to shut this thing down. They're going to try to do it. This is very interesting. If the Oracle can't get down there, as the Oracle does manage... Well, is the Oracle dead? Oracle, I think, tried to escape and got killed there, but Phoenix flying in. But if you don't have an Oracle... Oh, this is him. There's Military Blogger. And not enough to save the third base. The cancel does go down there, unfortunately for Zest. Phoenix still flying around. Again, got rebuffed pretty quickly here at the main base. And again, Queens are a great answer to this. Queens are hard for Phoenix to kill. They shoot from long distances. They hit really hard. Queens, you know, not Zerg players hate Queens very much for these reasons. Zerglings cruising into the third base again, warping in additional units, trying to do this thing. Oracle is racking up the kills. 7 kills there on Military Blogger. He's really living up to his name there. Overlord picked off here too. This is something that Phoenix can do exceptionally well. Now here's that. See that drone count starting to fall? Starting to fall there. But still, it's 50 to 52 workers. soO is not down big time at all in worker count. He's got a third base. He's happy about that. He's really setting up for a fourth base along this left side here too. Overlord does get picked off. Does supply block soO there. 86 out of 82 total supply. And Aspire coming in from soO. So his answer to deal with this is go for some Corruptors. He's not going to go for a Roach Raviter style attack at all. He's going Spire. He's going Lings. He's going Banelings. Phoenix cruising on in, taking shots from Queens the whole time, but they can regenerate that, no problemo. Lings going for a run by, but there's a Zealot holding at the natural, no problem, and the Banelings are waddling into this brand new base. The Probes running for their lives, but the Zealots are a decent place to go. Man, that shield battery helping a lot there. Holy smokes, Adept fighting really, really hard right now. Is it going to be enough? The Phoenix actually get recalled home to deal with this. The lift and kill on the Lings, which they don't want to do, but if they have to, then they will. So more drones have been killed, right? 8 workers killed by Zest so far, but it's even worker count. Still no fourth base from soO, which, there it is. It's on the way, but it's late, and I don't like how late it is. Does he have a Hydralisk Den? Is it just really Spire, Baneling, Spawning Pool Nest? That's what we're going for here. Ling Bling Corruptor seems really odd to me. He can't be going Muta, because Muta just get wrecked by this many Phoenix. It is such a horrible situation to be in. These Lings are running for their lives knowing they can be lifted and killed at any stage right now, and there they are. They're getting lifted and killed. They are mech Zerglings, their little flaming bodies falling to the ground there as they get murdered. Zerglings trying to cruise on in. Nah, that's not going to happen. Fourth base is done, and Phoenix can't do anything about that because they are Phoenix, and they cannot affect the buildings at all. There's your Hydralisk Den. Okay, I was going to say, soO seems to be missing some component here. He's going 7 Corruptors. He's going Hydralisk. Storm on the way from Zest 2 back home. In the Proton space, there's your Storm. He's chrono boosting his Twilight Counselor for no reason, but I think that was probably, what, to finish up Charge? Yeah, Charge is finishing up here now, too. All right. Well, we're defending this third base. It's been under attack pretty much consistently, but it's alive at this point. It's 67 workers for Zest. He's pretty happy about that. And that's pretty much... Oh, I was going to go for a fourth base here. I'm watching. I'm watching to see if he wants to go for a fourth base there or not. Fourth base pops up. 1, 2, 3, 4 bases. Macro hatch there as well from soO. Zerglings cruising on in. No, there are cannons and shield batteries here. No, horrible place to be. Don't be there. Corruptor's coming into a fourth base that is now coming up from Zest. It's about 50% complete. And they might have wanted to pee on it, but there's enough army here to where they're like, yeah, I don't know if we can get it there in time. And sure, most of these are Zealots, and it's only a couple sentries, but then the Phoenix are around. Actually, the Phoenix are way up here, and again, that is a pretty undefended fourth base, man. Behold the drones dying in flaming death wreckage. Look at these Corruptors. Oh, those Hydras. Those Hydras coming home. Those are the Corruptors trying to chase after these guys, but Phoenix are so fast. They are so fast, and there's no speed upgrade for Corruptors. They're never going to be able to catch those dudes at all. Void Ray is in production to deal with the Corruptors. Seems like a pretty smart idea. Infestation Pit coming up for soO right now. And fourth base is up. Fifth base is about halfway done for soO as well, so he's keeping up economically. He needs to be right around where he is. He's doing a good job of it. +2 melee attack on the way, going for muscular augments for the Hydras for their speed. +1 flyer attack. +1, sorry, air weapons on the way from Zest. That's a lot of Void Rays, actually. That is a surprising number of Void Rays. The thing is, the Void Rays get wrecked by Hydralisks. You need to focus the Corruptors with them. And then the Phoenix can swoop in and lift up the Hydras and trade pretty well with them, too. The Zealots can handle those just well, but the Void Rays need to take down the Corruptors. I cannot stress this enough right now. Woo! Corruptors do have Revelation tossed down on them. Su's going for a hive at 10 minutes, which is not late, but it's not particularly early either. And yeah, I think we're pretty just happy to sit where we are right now, just macro our faces off. Sitting at 179 supply is soO. Resources lost 4,200 for soO. That is so much dead stuff. It's a lot of dead lings and drones and queens and whatnot. And 1,600 lost for Zest right now. Okay, so lings cruising on out with Hydras mixed in here too. They're going to try to take down this third base, but there are 4 High Templar here with Storm. And Banelings morphing in here too. I think Zest sees this. I think Zest's like, hey, yeah, there's your Storm. The lings don't do much there at all. Banelings trying to morph on in. Zealots taking those hits for the team. And that was well defended by Zest for sure. I mean, that was an attempt. It was a poke. It wasn't really a super commit from soO, but made stuff happen. Hey, there's your Greater Spire. All right, so soO is going for Broodlords here. Zest has a Fleet Beacon. Saw that in the production tab. There it is. There's your Fleet Beacon. Additional Stargates coming up. Are we just going carrier tech? Is the question of the day. Carriers can deal with Broodlords pretty effectively. Dark Shrine coming in here too. Vipers on the way. Another base would really not be amiss for soO here. Top right-hand corner is already creeped out. Bottom left here, too, is pretty creeped out, too. So that might be a good answer. Tempest in production. Immediate quadruple pumping of Tempest. I really think you should hold off making Broodlords at this stage. Zest is going to have more Tempest than Broodlords, like, from day one, from moment one, which is not what you want if you're soO here. +2 air weapons on the way from Zest as well. Nobody's expanded for a while. We're pretty happy with 4 bases and 5 bases respectively. I lied. Zest is going for a 5th. I knew this. It's just that it's 11:49 at night, and I've been casting a lot today. We're trying to get that buffer back up to where it needs to be, and you guys, you need your StarCraft, and I need to get it out there for you. I view this as a very important responsibility. I don't miss days. I had somebody say I wasn't notified of new videos for ya. I went to your channel. It didn't show the new one either, and I was like, well, just know if it's a new day, I have a new video. That's how I rock. Some days it's more than one. Zealots hacking away at this attempt at a 6th base, and they're gonna get it because the lings were too slow. There's your cancel. Zealots all die. Drone replants inside the gross, disgusting leftover guts of the hatchery that died. Or was canceled, I suppose. Zealots try to come up dealing with queens there too. And so 6th base, 5th base, just about done here for Zest. Is going to be hit on that as well. And still double pumping Tempest, making Void Rays. This is getting a really scary Sky Toss here right now from Zest. Like really, really scary Sky Toss. Oh no, soO is going Broodlords. Dude, this Void Ray Tempest is directly created to deal with Broodlords. Like, no questions. Do you not know that's what he has? Why is he still making broods? soO, I worry for you. Ooh, Mothership coming in too. Like Motherships. Motherships are fun. We don't see those enough, honestly, on the channel. I think the last one we saw was Goblin versus Cham, and that was 2 weeks ago. Really should have more utility than this. Zerglings, Banelings rolling in, trying to get that 4th base down. No, says Skytoss. Skytoss says no. That should be a book. Skytoss says no. A book for young Zerglings. Banelings trying to creep on in here. The Storms are amazing, though, and they take down, I think, a pylon, depowering a cannon there, but that's it. Trying to poke in here to the 6th base or 5th base, too. Nope, Storm's there. This is the composition that is really, really hard for Zerg to deal with. Void Ray, Tempest. Well, usually Carrier, but whatever. Tempest are fine here, too. Storm, man. It's a great combination. More Baneling attacks and some... Oh, probes. Sacrificing their own life. 17 probes go down. That is what soO needed to get back in this game. He's now maxed out. He's at 86 to 56 total workers. He is looking good, but the question is, does he have enough to deal with this? He's making more Corruptors. Dude, Mutas. Mutalisks. Mutas are good against everything here. They're great against Tempest and Void Rays. The Storm is a bit of a problem, but if you can dodge the Storm with Mutas, you're going to be fine. Corruptors are bad really bad against Void Rays. Like, super ultra mega bad against Void Rays. Let's see how this works, though. Let's see if soO can pull it off, or if he's going to have a really, really bad time. I like how we have Terran music right now. I just have it cycling through all music from all of StarCraft 1 and StarCraft 2. You'll notice some Broodor tracks coming up from time to time. Dark Templar here, down here at the 6th. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th it is. He's having a great time, man. He's taking down spines all by his lonesome. This spine crawler's like, why? Why do I feel a stabbing pain at my base? Yeah. Stab, slash, stab. I like how they have multiple attack animations when they're doing stuff. Ooh, you get evaporated there, man. Evaporated. So Spore Crawler's up, which better if there are carriers. Our Spores, they can deal with Interceptors pretty easily, but in this case, yeah. See, that Broodlord died. That Broodlord died instantly because it got way too close to the Kaitoth army, which is like 15 miles away. 15 range away is too close right now. Man. Oh, I think that was military vlogger there that got picked off. Sad day for him. Storm on the Hydras. Storm on everything. Yeah, Overseer gets taken out. Yeah, Broodlord gets taken out. Yeah, Broodlord dies. Are they getting 2-shot right now by these +2 air weapon Tempests? Oh my gosh. Okay, 3-shot it looks like. But it's working, man. They are dying so fast. The Hydras are getting in. Here we go, diving on top of everything. Parasitic Bomb in the mix as well. The Void Rays need to focus down the Corruptors. Here we go, focusing them down. But are there enough Corruptors to just do this thing? The Immortals on the ground are fighting pretty well too, but the Skytoss army is gone all of a sudden. But the thing for soO is all he has left are a few Corruptors and a couple Queens, which is not going to be enough to actually push. So holy smokes, he won that battle. I thought he had too many Corruptors to do it, but the Hydras were key. Hydras were key there along the right side. Storm was worried about the stuff on the left side. The Hydras snuck around from this way, and that caused a big problem for the Skytoss army. Great job, soO. Nice positioning, man. Making more Broodlords. It's faster to replace Broodlords than it is to replace Void Rays, as it turns out, especially if you have a huge bank of 2,000 minerals, or 2,000 gas and 2,000 minerals. But yeah, Baneling's there. Ling's running down, trying to take out this base, this 4th base. 5th base, happily still here for Zest. Not much has been killed. Zealots running up the left side to the 6th of soO. There's an Archon Zealot attack. This is a lot of dead drones, you guys. 8, 9, 10, 11, trying to escape here. Eventually, everybody's going to die, but are those drones fighting too? That's not what you want to do at all. Meanwhile, Broodlord's raining down fire from above, or Broodlings from above on the 5th of Zest. He's going to wipe this thing out, man. That base is going to go down. What an absolutely huge tit-for-tat moment here. Base down, effectively, for both of these players. I guess there are some drones mining there from soO's base, but he's only at 76 workers, and he doesn't have another base to replace it at all. The thing is, we're pushing now. soO is pushing right now. 3 more Void Rays in production. I think he needs all 3 of those to do this thing. Ling, Bane, Hydra, Corruptor, Broodlord, Viper on a display right now. Storm trying to get rid of some of these Broodlings, but it's just such a futile effort here. The Tempest need to take down all of the Broodlords, and the Void Rays need to go after. The Parasitic Bomb is up, though, and the Hydras are here, too. This is such a terrible position right now for Zest, but a lot of... Wow, the Archon's doing the great work there against the Corruptors, too. The Void Rays' job is too big. The Immortals are getting taken down by the Broodlords in the sky. They're pulling back. Tempests are here. Mothership is replaced. Tempest trying to snipe off all of those Broodlords by itself right now. Is it enough? I don't actually know. Well, bam. Just hitting so hard right now. 31,000 to 26,000 of resources lost. Another base coming up by Zest along the right side right now. We've got some Lings trying to get inside the main base of Zest, but no, that gets shut down pretty darn easily by some Zealots. And now we're moving into Carrier production. Zest says, you know what, maybe Carrier not too bad here. Does he have the +3? He's got the +3 air attack. He's working on +1 shields, which affects every single one of the units that Protoss has, including buildings, which is really good. It's expensive, though, but hey, shields level 2 is not a bad thing to get at all. +3 air armor is done, too. Top right-hand base. I really feel like soO should have taken this a while ago, but he doesn't seem to show much interest in it, unfortunately. So a bit of a lull in the action here. We're looking back at soO's base. He still has minerals in his main, yo. He has not had this fully saturated at all for the entire game, I can tell you that much. Zerglings cruising in. No, says everything. Bigger army for soO. Sky Zerg army. Gonna move on over. Is this 5th base back yet? He says no, but it's over on the right side now. As this creep probably knows. Oh, he's got a changeling in there. Alright, I was like, how does he see that? Changeling. Blah! Falls to the ground, completely dead. Alright, so Ling's going for the run by. They're going to try to snipe off that Dark Shrine, I suppose. Storm on the left side against the Hydras. This is not looking good for Zest, man. If he can pull this out, I'm going to be super duper impressed by him. I really am. Archon gets focused down. Does he have enough to deal with the Broodlords? He's got the Tempest count, I think, to do it. Time Warp is up. Zergling's taking down cannons down here. They don't have adrenal. They do have adrenal glands. Of course they do. They have 3-1 and adrenal glands. They are cracklings in every sense of the word. Well, maybe not every sense of the word, but some senses of the word. Look at this interesting placement for soO. Not bothering with his top right base. Maybe again because it's safe and he can take it later if he needs to. But that is a 7th base for soO at the 21-minute mark of this game. 5 bases happily running for Zest right now. He is running out of minerals in a lot of his places, though. These are very shiny minerals in his 4th base location. More Tempest in production here for Zest. And we have some Zealots heading up along the right side. A bit of a counterattack, but they've been on creep for like 5 minutes already. And something's going to meet him and shut them down at some point, right? I mean, it's a multi-pronged attack. Zealots and Dark Templars over here at the 6th. While the 3rd base is dealing with the same problem. Actually transfusing the spines to try to keep them alive versus these Zealots. But man alive, these Zealots are upgraded. These Zealots are 3-2. They're dead, though, thanks to mostly Broodlords. As fighting against endless waves of free units will destroy you pretty quickly. Still, 5 drones go down, 66 to 61 workers. Nobody's super happy economically right now, as those are banelings. Those were banelings that were coming in that got killed, right? Yes. Zealots taking down a morphing in spine crawler. Hyder's trying to stop it. Nope, can't do it at all. Not even close. More Zealot attacks here from Zest. He's everywhere with these Zealots. They're getting a lot more done than the Zergling counterattacks for soO are. And we're back up to 194 to 192 supply. The 5th base is coming back in for Zest. This was a 6th at some point. It is the 6th now. It was the 5th. I don't know. We're keeping track. We're keeping track of what's going on here. Absolutely. Another Oracle coming in for additional revelation, I'd have to assume. But this is, again, soO, very scary army composition. It's going for +2 flyer armor. Banelings are cruising on into this Nexus. The probes are all set up over here, which turns out is not great for them. Decent hit there. 8 probes go down. They are too close to the action. Look at this. Look at this little Oracle trying to save them. Trying to save the dudes. Not gonna happen. Juked! Oh, not juked. And, oh gosh, all those probes end up dead. The 5th base ends up dead. A counterattack of Zest coming up. He needs to wipe out a base of soO's to call this thing even if he can, and he's in a great position to do so right now. That said, he's pulling back a little bit. He's just picking off some creep. Do creep tumors blow up when they explode? I don't know, man. 198 to 192 supply. That's a lot of dead probes, yo. That's 41 probes killed by soO and 37 drones killed by Zest. What an absolute heavyweight match this has been. This is the highest level that ZVP is gonna get, you guys. This is beautiful, beautiful stuff. Zealot swinging up the right side. There's still not a hatch here, they say. I can't believe it. I can't believe it's not a hatch. He just recalls them out. Lings show up. Ah, that stupid warp technology. Why can't we get that stuff? We kind of have it. It's called a Nidus Worm. Instantaneous transport across the map. Zest going for a 6th, I don't know, or a 7th, whatever right now. Both players are keeping these bottom left and top right bases unreserved, just in case they need them later, right? If you need a base, you're struggling bad, it's easier to take these pocket expansions than it is to take something a little bit closer to the enemy, you know? Creeping down here is soO. He's got a ton of spores coming up. Revelation going to get tossed down here, and there it is. Revelation on the army lasts for 41 seconds, which feels like an eternity, but it's not. It's just 41 seconds. And creep is spread all the way down here. soO's creep is dead impressive, you guys. It's really, really good right now. Clearing out creep tumors. Trying to push this back. We got Hydroling Bane coming up in case they're needed in the upcoming battle here. Oh boy, he's trying to set up for the multi-pronged engagement is soO. Well, like a surround style thing. Production tab is empty for Zest right now. He's just microing at the front. That is all he's doing. The Broodlords are trying to deal with the ground army. They're staying out of range of the Void Rays and out of range of the Tempest as well as they can. Coming in from the right side. Baneling's going to crash on in there in the ground too. Are they going to take out the ground army? Not really. Void Rays need to take down those Corruptors, and where the heck are the Tempests? Why are the Tempests not going after the Broodlords? I don't understand right now. The Corruptors need to be focused down as well. The Mothership ends up going down here too. Army supply is 120 to 93. soO has the lead. He's keeping these Broodlords alive so exceptionally well. And suddenly, though, Void Ray. Suddenly, it's Void Ray, and the Broodlords are taking serious hits. There's your prismatic alignment. That's what you save it for, is for the Corruptors when they come in. Because the Broodlords are low-hanging fruit, as it turns out. Carriers fighting pretty well here, too. For Zest, Corruptors keep on coming in and just wiping out individual Void Rays here. The Carrier's doing pretty well against this as well, but actually not as well as Zest would want them to. And suddenly, there's your good game, and soO is your winner in 26 minutes and 22 seconds. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Let me know in the comments of that one if you'd like to get an epic tag, because I kind of feel like it could be, but I'm not sure. Anyway, holy smokes, 50,000 resources lost by soO, 44,000 resources lost by Zest. Nexuses exploded, hatcheries destroyed, drones, probes massacred, entire Skytoss armies obliterated with these really injured Corruptors, but there are so many of them. And the upgrades, you guys. The upgrades are +3 flyer attack, +2 flyer armor. That's pretty good. That is pretty good stuff, if you ask me. So, great job by both these players, but somebody had to come up on top, and soO was your guy today. soO managed to handle the Skytoss army, which we don't see a lot. We don't see that handled a lot here, but soO is one of the Zergs that can do it. This Immortal has a lot of kills, right? Yeah, 42 kills. A lot of those are Broodlings. I'm pretty sure a lot of those are Broodlings, but still, not too bad, man. Not too shabby. So, boy, what a match. What a match. Non-stop aggression from both sides. Non-stop. Just lose a base here. Fine, I'll kill one of your bases over here. How do you like that, apples? And in the end, came down to a giant confrontation. The Corruptor ball was big enough. The upgrades were good enough. He kept the Broodlords away, man. The Broodlord's dead. No, they're back. See, the Broodlord's kept alive. These ones kept alive. 4, 5, and 2 kills. Not huge, but pretty good. And yeah, did good control there, right? I would just A-move everything at it, but soO recognized you got to move the Broodlords away when the Void Rays show up. And you just got to have enough Corruptors to deal with the Void Rays, and then you're pretty much fine. That is the key. That is the key to the whole shebang. All right. Well, that is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me at Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch. All at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.